What if I told you one of the most beautiful towns on Boston's North Shore isn't famous for the thing that makes it so special? Most people know Ipswich because of Crane Beach. They spend a summer afternoon on the sand, they walk in the dunes, they take a few pictures, and then they head home. But that is only a tiny piece of the story. Just a few minutes away, there's a town where a river flows through the center. Working farms are still part of everyday life. Century-old homes stand beside neighborhood coffee shops. And every neighborhood has its own personality. The more time I spend in Ipswich, the more I realize it's one of those places that's almost impossible to understand from a single visit. So, what is it actually like to live here? Let's explore Ipswich beyond the postcard. Ipswich sits about 25 miles north of Boston. It's close enough for commuters, but far enough away that it feels like you've left the city behind. And that feeling starts almost immediately. As you cross the Choate Bridge, the Ipswich River stretches out below you. Historic buildings line the streets. Church steeples rise above the trees. Traffic slows. People wave. And somehow everything feels just a little bit quieter. Not empty, not sleepy, just unhurried. That's one of the first things people notice. Ipswich doesn't try very hard to impress you. It simply lets you discover it one street, one trail, and one conversation at a time. And that's exactly what makes it so memorable. Here's something that surprised a lot of people. Ipswich isn't really a beach town, at least not in the way many people imagine. It's also not a typical Boston suburb. It's something in between. One minute you're walking through a historic downtown, a few minutes later you're driving past horse farms. Then suddenly you're surrounded by marshes, salt air, and some of the most beautiful coastline in Massachusetts. Very few towns change character this often without ever feeling disconnected. Instead, each part adds another layer to the story, and that's why living here feels so different from simply visiting. Ipswich was settled in the 1630s, and unlike many historic towns, its history isn't tucked away behind museum ropes. It's everywhere. People still live in homes that were standing hundreds of years before the American Revolution. Children ride their bikes past them. Neighbors walk their dogs. Life simply goes on. There's something fascinating about that. History isn't preserved here. It is lived in. One of my best examples is the 1640 Hart House. It's one of the oldest homes in town, and according to local legend, it may be haunted. Whether you believe the stories or not, they remind you that Ipswich isn't just old. It's a town with personality, and those stories have been passed down for generations. That's something you can't build overnight. If you're enjoying discovering what life is really like here on Boston's North Shore, I'd love to have you join me. Please take a moment and like this video and subscribe to North Shore Smart Moves. I'm Kathleen Militello with eXp Realty, and every week I take you beyond the real estate listings to explore the towns, neighborhoods, history, hidden gems, and local lifestyle that makes Boston's North Shore such an incredible place to call home. Whether you're thinking about moving here or you've lived here your entire life, my goal is to help you discover something new every single week. Now let's keep exploring. If Crane Beach gets all the attention, the Ipswich River deserves much more credit because in many ways, it's the heart of the town. It winds quietly through downtown beneath the Choate Bridge, past parks, historic buildings, and the neighborhoods that have grown around it for centuries. On one visit, you might see kayakers drifting downstream. On another, someone fishing from the riverbank. Or maybe you'll simply find people sitting on a bench watching the water move by. It's peaceful, but it never feels empty. The river quietly connects downtown, the marshes, the Great Marsh, and eventually the Atlantic Ocean itself. That connection between history, nature, and everyday life is something Ipswich does exceptionally well. I'm Kathleen Militello with eXp Realty. Thanks for watching North Shore Smart Moves, and I'll see you on the next one.